hear the word extend, we're going to talk about moving to make new waves with people. Okay, when you hear the word extend, we're moving to a new wave, or we're going from a wave and just joining hands and making a couple with someone. That's really what extend is trying to teach us. Okay, so we have a look. We've got a wave in the middle, and we've got two couples on the outside that are looking at that wave. Am I correct? Great. That's the starting point. Wish I get a stroke on the board for that. Now, when I ask everyone to extend, we're going to move forward, and because you technically try to share the same spot, if I'm being super technical, you can't do it. So we're going to make a wave. And every time we make a wave, what hand do we use to make a wave?
Right.
The right hand. Okay? So we're all going to take a step forward and make a wave. Okay? Let's give it a go. Extend. And we've gone from making, when everyone has gone to make a wave, you notice we've got two waves. Cool. Now when I go to say it again, because I can use extend in a lot of different places, if you don't have a wave, you're moving forward. If you can make a wave, you're making one. If you can't, you're just joining hands with somebody. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So when I go to do extend from here, you notice that there's 4 people looking in, and there's 4 people looking out of this square. 4 people look in, when they step forward, they'll be able to make a wave. The 4 people looking out at nobody, when they step forward, there's no one coming their way, so they join hands with the person next to them. Okay? Everybody extend. That's right. Yeah, take a step forward, Nick. Take a step forward, and then join hands, make a couple. Good. Okay, cool. Now, if those looking out for me, partner trading, let's do that whole thing again. Okay? So, if you can move forward and there's people coming towards you, you can make a wave, and what hand do you use when you're making a new wave? And let's specify right hand. Okay? Extend. Perfect. Extend again. Perfect. Remember, if there's no one making a wave for you, just join hands with the person next to you. Okay? Those looking out, partner trade for me. Perfect. Everybody extend. Good. That's it. Extend. And you'll take a few steps to get there. Some will be one step if you've got long legs like me. If you've got short legs like Alan, who's not here tonight, you'll need 3 or 4. Okay? Those looking out, partner trade, please don't tell Alan I said that. Extend. Good. Extend again. Now, if you look at this formation here, you'll notice we've got 2 couples looking out at nobody. We've got the wave that's in behind it. Okay? I can actually still say extend from here, and we're all going to take that step forward. That couple looking out at nobody will still take a step forward and still not make a wave. But the people who are in the wave behind them will take a step forward and make a couple behind them. Does that make sense? Because the rule is, if you can step forward and make a wave, do so. If you can't, join hands. And because they've got no one coming to them, they just join hands. Okay? Extend. So we all take a step forward. Perfect. Okay? Everybody partner trade. Alright, now we can, from here, the caller can say centres extend to a wave. And it's technical, it's very technical for me to say that, but I like use a lot, so I just say step to a wave. But I could actually call extend, and you guys would make a wave, but that's designed to be a brain teaser more than, if you know what I mean. No? No, you just step forward and just make a wave. No swing trick, just extend to a wave. Okay? Extend. Yep, and that's it. Okay? Everybody extend. Cool. Extend again. Those looking out, partner trade. Okay? So do we get the idea of moving forward to make a wave? Yep, lovely. If I asked you to extend forward, you would be extending forward with your left hand. Okay? So that's where it gets tricky. Alright, so you just got to remember, if you're in a situation like this where you have a wave in the middle, or you can have both waves, both be a left-handed wave, and we extend forward, we've got to continue with that left hand. Okay? It's not always extending and making a right hand. Does that make a bit of sense? Sorry? In a weird sort of way. Cool. Alright, let's get that wave to do a U-turn back for me on the spot. On the spot, turn around and make it a normal one. So let's take note of what, this is going to be right-handed all the way, but let's take note. Watch that actually happen, okay? Everybody extend. So you notice they're extending forward with their right hand. Okay, check out the new wave. What hand have you got joined with the person on the outside? Your right hand. Let's check it out. Extend. And you notice we're all extending. Join that right hand, and whoever ends up the middle joins left hand. Those looking out partner trade. Okay, extend. And you notice because it's a right hand wave, we extend forward and still make a right hand wave. Okay, so if we all turned around and made a left hand wave, we would be applying the same logic. You would extend forward but use your left hand. Okay.